Hey classmates, it's Sean
and Rob,
and this is How Do You Want It?
A podcast exploring sex, relationships, friendships, the arts and everything in between amongst black queer men.
Boom.
And we're back, niggas. You look familiar.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
We have Ricky back in the house.
Rick.
And we are also joined by Survivor political correspondent.
Very much that.
Malcolm. We're so happy to have y'all.
Thank you for having us.
It's not Big Brother?
When Big Brother is good, it's really
That's
great.
not what I said.
Oh.
It's not Big Brother, it's Survivor?
It has to be Survivor because Survivor gives us 2 seasons a year, where Big Brother is just the summer show.
The point I was trying to make is, yes, Survivor is the superior show.
Alright.
You heard it here first. For Survivor correspondent Malcolm.
Okay. Come on.
We're gonna jump right in. We're gonna get to Survivor, but I, wanted to give the kids a little icebreaker. We're gonna talk about the Emmys. One in particular, Tramell Tillman win as a black gay actor for Severance.
And the first black gay one.
Isn't that first black man, I think,
Yeah.
to win an Emmy for supporting actor?
And can we talk about it? Can we unpack it a little bit?
Please, let's.
So as black male actors, most of those roles go to supporting actors as black men. They never usually go to the role outside of themselves, etc. What's interesting about it is that he's the first black man to win one, when black men were always supported. So let's unpack it. Like, why did it take so long? We know why.
We know why.
But I just wanted to point that out. Like, yeah, best male leads is one thing, but best supporting, black male actors, majority of those roles are supporting. So
It's like, how did I get that? We always doing that.
We're still running in the first.
Okay.
So,
Eating it up.
yeah, but he definitely deserved it. That show is amazing. His role is amazing.
It's good.
Yeah.
I need to check
His
it
role was
out.
hard. You need to check it out.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. People. Severance is what? They're what season are they on now? I want to say.
They're about to be on season 3. They just came out. with season 2.
Yeah. I haven't gotten into Severance too much, but people have been trying to tell me to get into it. So
It's strictly. You'll like it.
I've heard good. I've heard positive.
Nothing but good things. It's true. Okay,
But
well,
yes, well, shout out to
Severance, Mr. Tillman.
Tillman. Boom.
Yeah. We're gonna move right into the meat and potatoes this week. We're just doing basically a Survivor episode. Nothing too crazy because Rick's episode got cut short, which is devastating.
You see how they do?
No, don't do this. Technical difficulties.
Yes,
Come on, y'all know how that goes.
Of course. But we're thankful to have you back.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And what a new episode we have
What a new episode this is gonna be.
for everybody involved.
It's gonna be an episode that they never happened before. I'm so excited for this. Malcolm, for the people who don't know, as you being the Survivor correspondent of the bunch, tell the people when you started with Survivor, what made you fall in love with the program?
Yeah, so Survivor was on, 2000, 2001. There was a lot of hype over the first season with Richard Hatch, so I went to season 2, that was my first season. I watched I don't know how old Tina Wesson was. The old lady archetype ended up winning the season. She did.
Bitch, that's crazy. Now you said the old lady archetype. That lady was like 42.
and I'm confident she was the oldest woman on her cast.
Maybe so.
But she got the W, and I said, wow, okay, this isn't just about surviving the elements, but it's really about surviving the people and how the social dynamics when it comes to interact with each other and why people make the decisions to vote people out. So it got me curious, and then with each new season of Survivor, it's always a new group of people. So the rules always change as we're watching them create their own society and rules to get to an eventual winner and what their story is. So that's kind of what made me start Survivor. And I think it's a lot of great social skills in terms of how to navigate people, how to kind of push your agenda subtly without people recognizing. And I think as we've watched the evolution of the game continuously change from season 2 to now this current season, Survivor 49, I think there's so many different stories in play and different characters that we get to meet season after season after season that keeps me enthralled. So
Here we are. An icon. You sold Survivor View.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, Rick.
So strategicness at its finest. Rick,
When did you get into Survivor?
I'm the opposite of Mike.
me too.
So I originally got into Survivor like the first few seasons, but I was really young and I got out of it really quickly. Shout out to ADHD, whatever you want to call it these days. But I will say I started dating someone that is a Survivor buff, like very much into it. Probably more than Malcolm, if not.
that's incorrect. But
Oh!
And
It's a battle, it's a battle, it's a battle.
But because of the re-entry point, it reminded me of how interested I was into the show, and I created more space and time for it, and now I'm here talking about it, watching it. I'm a few seasons in. I think I restarted back in 45 or 46.
43.
Which one was it? Oh my goodness! See, he knows. I did not know. So I'm glad to be welcomed back into the Survivor arms, and I'm here. I love that I can give a perspective of someone who isn't a Survivor,
super fan.
because it'll be less subjective.
But I think that's the beauty of Survivor is that like you don't need to start right from the beginning of Survivor 1 because the game has changed. Like just pick a random season. There are recommended seasons to start.
Right.
But if you pick any season, it's always a new group of characters that you're playing with. It's not like your typical soap opera where it's like, all right, if I didn't watch the beginning of season 1, I'm going to be completely lost if I like jump into season 15 or
where you should
something
start.
Oh, boy. But I think, again, I think Survivor does a really good job when it comes to casting and getting players that as viewers you want to be invested in either their success or their failure.
Oh yes, they're good at that. Sean, where did you start?
Well, I actually started watching Survivor like early on when it first started coming on. I think my first full season for real may have been like season 2. Like it was on. Like I remember.
Your family.
Yeah. I remember me and my mom still watch it and talk about it to this day. So. So I've been watching on and off, but then I like fell off like in between.
You be
so,
in and out, bitch.
I'll be in and out, yeah. Because sometimes I feel like the season be catching me, but other times I think that around like the 20s when I get to season 20 something, I was
The 20s were a little dark.
They're a little rough.
I was out of there. I want to say I came back to it though, like around I want to say around like I think Survivor 40. Like within, like around like 2015, because dodgeball. So catch that. So I used to play in a gay dodgeball league. Well, still do, in and out, on and off. But two of my friends, shout out to Davey and Bennett. We connected playing dodgeball, and then they were big Survivor fans, like huge buffs. And so Davey actually does like a Survivor New York thing.
I've seen it.
So yeah, so shout out to them, and I know that he works really hard at that. So he's another gamer. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So they being friends with them, they got me back into it and watching again, and got me excited into it. And then bitch over COVID, you were like, bitch, I like Survivor. I was like, wait, what is going on?
And then I forced everybody that I know to watch it back.
Yes.
I said, no, y'all gotta do this.
Yeah. So that's how it all kind of connected for real. And so you tell your story.
Long story short, I started as a wee young BQ. The first season, I remember, Richard Hatch running around naked, and I was like, oh, this is crazy, what's going on? And then I stopped watching after that. Then the pandemic hit, and it was on Netflix, and I was like, is that same show? And I've been hooked ever since.
I would have never thought that.
Because I'm a fucking nerd, I'm obsessed with this damn show now. So I binge watched everything in between and like multiple times now. So I like to consider myself a Survivor expert, but
Survivor expert starting during the pandemic is crazy.
Wow, how many times have you seen many of these seasons?
I don't need to watch multiple seasons when I'm watching week after week after week.
Well, I've watched the weeks past weeks, honey, multiple times.
I don't binge seasons, but I think
you should. We won't get into this. The old head fans love to claim that they're the true and right heirs to the Survivor fandom, I guess.
I was watching Survivor when Survivor used to air on Thursday.
I know about you Thursday girls. It's
right.
true.
Yes. I was like almost skipping rehearsal, damn near.
And that's crazy.
To get to Survivor on time, right?
Nuts. But I live for it. Anyway, so I'm a pandemic girly. But you know, since then I've become a super fan. Long story short. Let's jump into 49. We're just gonna talk about basically who our faves are, who we love, and then, you know, we'll talk about the person who was at the very bottom of the list. Coming in at a number 6, I compiled our rankings of who we thought was going to win, who's going to be successful. Right. At number 6, we have one Nicole.
Okay. I mean,
so I think like adjusting to like being around a man with a six-pack is a lot for me.
We do. That happened last time too.
Please hold. I kind of look like this. Yeah, I'm a bit of a Trojan horse. They're not going to see me coming.
It's not him. We're not talking about him.
Oh, wow. There's like a lot of strength. So I think like adjusting to like being around a man with a six-pack is a lot for me. I was born in Long Island, New York, into a big Italian family. I'm one of 4, I'm the oldest. And right before high school started, we actually moved to the middle of nowhere, Ohio.
That's all the time we have for Nicole. You know, we don't need CBS coming for us. But so Nicole ranks pretty highly. She was the 6th highest amongst our votes. And I understand why. I see the vision. She's given, I'm going 5th or 4th place, she going to the end. I think so. She's very personable, she's funny as fuck.